It's a brand new day. The sun is shining. It's a brand new day.
That is Joshua Radin's song A Brand New Day off of his album Simple Times. And I'm pretty sure that has been my mantra for the last few years. I heard it for the first time. I don't know if it was the very first time, but I was listening to that album when I went to Dublin in 2007. And I don't know, whenever it was that the stock market crashed. And I was there by myself, and so I walked around listening to my headphones a lot, and I mean that whole album is amazing. But like that song was one I listened to over and over again, and that was definitely like I suppose a little crisis point. There's been a bunch of them ever since I was a sophomore in college, and one day just kind of up and dropped all of my theater classes because I was like, I'm not well rounded enough. I need to go do other things, blah blah blah, and transferred schools like. That was just the beginning of it, and it just keeps happening. And I think something I've learned is that anytime that I get to the point where I'm like, I got this, like everything's fine, and is when I get a little complacent, and then ultimately 6, 7, 8 months from then, next day, I'll wake up and be like, oh no, how did I get here? What happened? And it was because I stopped being self-aware enough, or stopped pushing myself, or was hanging out in my comfort zone. The best thing for me has always been to step outside my comfort zone and to do something that I'm afraid of. Although on the opposite side of that, something I've also been learning to do is just to listen to my gut. Like I have really good instincts that I've been learning, and they're there for a reason, and I should listen to them. So there's that. There's definitely this trying to find a balance of pushing myself and figuring stuff out and being present and just being able to be instead of constantly seeking change and big dramatic shifts and wanting to make bold choices, but being able to be happy with what you have. There's just a lot of contradictory things there, and which is why it's complicated to figure stuff out. And I think as long as you're trying to figure stuff out, you're doing something right. Speaking of doing something right, so that little white light that I had the other day that I was waving around, and like Ashley said, it looked like a magic wand. So it's a clip light, right? I only just figured out that I could clip it to the top of my laptop and have light, front light. I can't believe I didn't think of this weeks ago. Anyway, I've watched a lot of the QLC videos tonight, and I think the honesty with which everyone is approaching it is really cool. Whether it's like, hey, this is my story, this is what I went through, or hey, I think this is bullshit. I think that is great that everybody's putting it out there. We're a bunch of smart, pretty awesome people. We're all gonna be okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
For the first time in such a long